It's Monday early afternoon, and of course it's like 40 degrees. It's supposed to hit 50 degrees today. It's beautiful out here. So I figured, in between dodging going running to the toilet, I'm still sick. I have a fever, but I've been in bed like 12 hours. I just couldn't sit there. Anyhow, so I tipped this over, and I removed the pull cord. Pull cords are handy if you run out of fuel in the neighbor's yard over there and don't want to drag it back to the cord to plug it in to charge it. So yeah, it's she broke. I think it was this handle, if I remember correctly. So I believe I got some pull cord over here. Might have to dig around. That would be too Farfanugan. Is this it? This doesn't look that sturdy. I may just tie it off shorter. That's probably what I'll do. So got to figure out how this thing comes apart. Obviously it comes off easy. It's only 3 metric 8mm screws, so that's good. Spike is enjoying the outside. He's napping all morning with me. He's a power napper. The other one, not so much. I think she's playing in traffic. Unfortunately, when I tipped it over, all the gas spilled out. This is one of those stupid caps that vents, and you can't tighten it. Just goes click, click, click. So you can't over tighten it. And so that smells nice and gassy out here. It's kind of cute. So when you pull the cord, these little pawls come out and then hit the back of the engine and pulls the engine. The only problem is, I'm looking at this, I need to take this out so I can put the rope in that hole and wind it up. And it looks like they're providing me absolutely no easy way to do that. I would expect a bolt and a nut here. Yeah. So I guess I wind it out. There's the spring, by the way, the spring end. Then I somehow jam the rope in there, somehow hit that hole and tie a knot on there. How hard could that be? I had this for a few minutes. I decided that while this rope seems stronger, it's not really any bigger. And what it is, well, maybe it is a little bigger. It's stiffer, but stiffness really doesn't help here. Oh, they're pretty close. This is like a 3mm, that's a 4mm. Anyhow, I think it's gonna be easier to wind this up and then jam this out, where I got a little more room here than to try and jam it in here, especially since it goes at an angle. So I would have to, I can't just go straight in. I gotta go in and curve. Ain't gonna happen. So we'll see what we can do. And, at that point, I just tie a knot in here, and so I think this is the way to go. I don't really want to replace this. I guess I could. Got that through, so I'm going to tie a knot on the end of this. I got to cut this and melt the end so it doesn't fray. Put a nice knot on there. Then what we'll have to do is wrap it up, pulling it back. This may actually work, or will it? No, it won't work because then the cable, and then I got to refeed it there. That'll be fun because they'll be under tension, but it looks like I jam a screwdriver through these slots to hold this from spinning back while I do that. I should probably get the stand out here. This might be entertaining to watch. Yeah, I think that's working. So I just need to make it a little bit shorter, but you see how here it pulls the thing back. It just needs to be a little bit tighter. And yeah, I'm losing about a foot, but that's fine. I don't like pulling this. While we're letting the gas drip out, got that back on there. This little guy, when you pull this lever here, I realize it runs this cable over here. It pulls this lock. And what's supposed to happen is, while this is attached, see how that moves forward? It's supposed to lock this down. So you can go one-handed, which is really handy when your hands are cold. I always thought there was an adjustment, but I thought this went down here or someplace because there's an adjustment here that one can adjust, but apparently not. So it's been effed up like this from day one, but I don't see any way to adjust this. So I think what I need to do is take it apart, put a washer in there, but how do I put a washer in there? Because it's not gonna fit. I don't know. Every time I look at this, I get frustrated because it's just like, it just needs to go a little bit farther. And it'll hold for like a second or two, and then it pops. But they really don't make it. Why is my thing missing there? There should be a clip on there, and there's no clip on here. Is that? No, that's not causing the problem. We'll just ignore it. This is rusting very badly. You see the rust there, down here. I'm kind of really disappointed. That's why my next one's gonna be electric, because I have to deal with all this shit, and will be made out of plastic. And plastic doesn't rust for some reason. So I guess should flip that to run. Give it a couple. Flip that to start. What else? Got it on run. Maybe turn the fuel on. That might help. Which is ironic because it's dripping everywhere. I do need to change the oil out of this shit. Let's see if this works. Okay, that's a success. Well, we're running out of food. Joe went to school today, so it wasn't really fair to ask her to go shopping. Let's have electrician jobs. So yeah, that's a different issue. I loaded up on drugs and got out of bed. It's amazing how you can feel almost okay in bed. Then you start walking around and driving and going over the bumps. The next thing you know, you feel like shit again. So yeah, we need food. We're out of bagels, we're out of bread, we're out of eggs, we're out of meat, we're out of cheese, we're out of vegetables. Creamer? Some people like creamer. I like creamer. I'm not allergic to creamer. So, yep, that's what me and the old pupperoo are doing. She's enjoying life, of course, because it's 50 degrees out. And she does get frostbite nose when she puts her nose out the window, so that's good. Oh, bad news. I heard the Greg King died last year. It wasn't mentioned in the Grammys. They mentioned the fact it wasn't mentioned. That's how I knew that he died. So, there you go. Well, I've been staring at these for about 10 minutes, and I looked at the clean side, and I wanted to make like a semicircle around the end of where I'm gonna mount this, and I decided, fuck it, I'll just leave it square. And because I may never, I may decide later on I don't like this one, and in some ways I don't like it because I thought it would be best for pizza and stuff, but I think I wish I'd bought the long one. Anyhow, so I'm gonna take these back to where I got them from. They were tearing down a barn. 1, 4, 8, 12, 16, about 20 of them. And then I could they'll allow me to move all these things over. And maybe I can even, no, that's gas. I gotta get the thing for that. The little shutter to control the gas and air mixture. I don't think I ever ordered that. I forget why, because I couldn't find the right size. Need to get out there. Anyhow. Hey, come here. There have been complaints, discussions, topics brought up about not having any bacon and stuff for lunches. Joe likes to have some chicken in there, so we're grilling up some chicken, and then we're gonna go to work. I still feel like complete crap. Got to stay close to the bathroom, but I'm going a little stir crazy, so we're gonna go to work here. About 250. It's kind of slow cooking it. Lots of flavor. I do like this grill a lot. Come on. God damn it. That looks like a deer. There looks like multiples. Dog is not happy. It's convinced it's gonna find a mouse. Meanwhile, I'm on fucking solid ice, walking like a duck so I don't fall down. She's having the time of her life over here. Snow's getting thinner and thinner. Pretty soon there's gonna be no place for the Mises to hide. This has to be the weakest fucking thing. So I saw this conduit here, and this is on my property line, and eventually, like I have over there, I want to drain over here to here, and I've got a line going all the way to the street, or at least it's supposed to be. But I saw this conduit here. I'm like, oh, great, they trenched. But now that the snow's gone, they just fucking laid it on the ground, and it goes into the bushes, goes up over there, and hence the line's right in the bushes, comes back down, and I guess it goes across her yard. Like, what the fuck is this? How do you... I mean, at least the guy could have put it along the fence, like there, not thrown it in the fucking bushes. It's like, it's fucking... Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Why'd you do all that? They're just gonna do that. Morons.
Yeah, it's still ugly.
Stopped at an estate sale on the way home, and I'm still trying to figure this out. Does that look exaggerated? Like what? We'll flip the cow over. What the fuck? Here's a hammer. Okay. It's probably worth the $5. Oh, it folds.